Hand sanitizer was supposed to protect you. During the pandemic, you squeezed it on your hands dozens of times a day, trusting it to kill germs and keep you safe. But what if that very product was poisoning you instead? From toxic methanol contamination to skin-burning chemicals and misleading labels, some hand sanitizers are doing far more harm than good. Today, we are exposing 9 hand sanitizer brands seniors must avoid at all costs, and the 2 that are actually worth your trust. Number 9. Art Naturals Hand Sanitizer. We have Art Naturals Hand Sanitizer. This brand exploded in popularity when sanitizer was flying off shelves during the early months of the pandemic. The sleek, minimalist packaging promised botanical ingredients, natural purity, and effective germ-killing power. Seniors especially gravitated toward it because it seemed gentler than harsh chemical alternatives. The marketing spoke of essential oils and plant-based formulations. It looked like the healthy choice. But here is where the betrayal begins. In 2020, the FDA placed Art Naturals on its official Do Not Use list after independent lab testing revealed the presence of benzene, a known human carcinogen. Benzene does not belong anywhere near your skin. It is a chemical compound linked to leukemia, lymphoma, and other blood cancers. The FDA did not mince words in their official statement. They declared that no level of benzene exposure is considered safe for human health. Now imagine this scenario. You are a senior managing blood pressure medication, maybe taking a daily aspirin to protect your heart. Perhaps you are also on a statin for cholesterol or a diuretic for fluid retention. Your immune system is already working overtime to process these medications and keep your body functioning. And every single time you rub that gel between your palms, you were unknowingly absorbing a cancer-causing chemical directly through your skin. The fresh, clean scent masked something far more sinister lurking in every bottle. What makes this worse is that Art Naturals continued selling products even after concerns were raised publicly. Customers flooded online reviews with reports of skin irritation, persistent rashes, and a strange chemical smell that did not match the advertised botanical fragrance. Some batches had a gritty, uneven texture, never a good sign in a product meant to be pure liquid protection. The gel left an odd film on hands that took minutes to dissipate. For seniors with thin, sensitive skin, a natural part of aging that begins in your 50s and accelerates with each passing decade, the absorption rate of these toxins is even higher than in younger adults. Your skin is your largest organ, and it drinks in whatever you apply to it. The dermis becomes more permeable as collagen breaks down. Art Naturals promised nature on every label. They delivered poison in every pump. Is it not strange how billion-dollar companies keep having contamination issues, yet their products stay on store shelves for months before anyone bothers to warn consumers like you? Number 8. Scent Theory. Hand Sanitizer. This one specifically targeted people who wanted their sanitizer to smell good. Lavender fields in Provence, fresh Mediterranean citrus, clean linen dried in spring sunshine. The marketing painted a picture of spa-like cleanliness in every single pump. Seniors bought it because it seemed more pleasant than the harsh medicinal alcohol smell of medical-grade options. But pleasant can be deeply deceiving. The FDA flagged multiple scent theory products for containing methanol. Let me be absolutely clear about what methanol is and why it matters so much for your health. Methanol is wood alcohol, a toxic substance that should never, under any circumstances, touch human skin. It is used in industrial solvents and antifreeze. When absorbed through your skin or accidentally ingested, methanol converts to formaldehyde inside your body. Yes, formaldehyde. The same chemical morticians use to preserve dead tissue for viewing at funerals. Symptoms of methanol poisoning include persistent nausea, violent vomiting, splitting headaches, severe dizziness, and in extreme cases, permanent blindness and death. For seniors already dealing with medication side effects or managing chronic conditions like diabetes, heart disease, or kidney problems, these symptoms can be mistaken for something else entirely. You might think your blood pressure medicine is making you dizzy when really, your hand sanitizer is slowly poisoning you with every application. The FDA reported that between 2020 and 2021, at least 15 deaths in the United States were directly linked to methanol-contaminated hand sanitizers. That is 15 families destroyed by a product meant to protect them. Dozens more people were hospitalized with permanent damage to their vision and nervous systems. And scent theory products were part of that toxic wave sweeping across American households. The bottles looked completely safe sitting on store shelves. They smelled wonderful, like a high-end spa experience. They promised 99.9% germ protection right there on the label. But what they actually delivered was a hidden chemical assault on your nervous system that accumulated with every use. Seniors with diabetes, who often have reduced sensation in their hands due to peripheral neuropathy, might not even notice the skin damage until it becomes severe enough to require medical attention. The label said clean and pure. The truth was contamination and deception at every level of production. Most people have absolutely no idea how to spot a dangerous sanitizer before it is too late. But stick around. We will break down exactly what warning signs to look for at the very end of this video. Number 7. Born Basic Anti-Back Hand Sanitizer. Born Basic branded itself as the affordable, no-nonsense option for everyday Americans. Simple packaging without fancy graphics. Low prices that fit any budget. Available at major retailers from coast to coast. Seniors on fixed incomes especially appreciated that they could stock up on multiple bottles without breaking the bank during a time of fear and uncertainty. But sometimes, cheap comes with a cost you cannot see until it is far too late. The FDA issued an import alert and placed Born Basic products on the official "Do Not Use" list after comprehensive testing confirmed methanol contamination. This was not a minor trace amount that could be dismissed as manufacturing variance. Lab results showed methanol levels high enough to pose serious, immediate health risks with regular use. The levels detected would be considered hazardous in an industrial workplace setting. Here is what makes this particularly dangerous for seniors. Methanol does not just sit harmlessly on your skin waiting to evaporate. It penetrates through the dermal layers. It enters your bloodstream within minutes, and once inside your body, it attacks your optic nerve first, then spreads to your central nervous system. Seniors already managing conditions like glaucoma, macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, or peripheral neuropathy are at dramatically heightened risk of permanent damage. Customers who used Born Basic regularly reported an unusual burning sensation that lingered long after the product dried on their hands. Some described skin peeling away from their palms and fingers in thin, papery sheets. Others noticed a harsh, almost industrial chemical smell that completely contradicted the clean, simple marketing on the bottle. One reviewer described it as smelling like nail polish remover mixed with rubbing alcohol. The brand promised basic protection for basic people. What they delivered was basic betrayal of the most fundamental kind. You trusted a product to keep you safe during a global health crisis that had everyone terrified, and instead, it introduced entirely new dangers into your daily routine. Every pump was a gamble with your health. For seniors who use this product multiple times every single day, before meals, after touching doorknobs and shopping carts, after every trip outside, after handling mail and packages, the cumulative exposure adds up devastatingly fast, and the damage may not show immediately on the surface. That is the insidious nature of methanol toxicity. It works quietly inside your body until the symptoms become impossible to ignore or reverse. Number 6. Harmonic Nature Hand Sanitizer. Moving to number 6, Harmonic Nature Hand Sanitizer. The name alone sounds trustworthy, does it not? Harmonic Nature. It conjures images of perfect balance, pristine purity, and organic goodness straight from Mother Earth. Seniors who prefer natural products over chemical alternatives were drawn to this brand because it seemed to align with a healthier, more mindful lifestyle. The packaging featured soft green colors and delicate leaf illustrations. But names can lie, marketing can deceive, and this brand did both. Harmonic Nature was flagged by the FDA for containing both methanol and substandard alcohol concentrations. This represents a catastrophic double failure in every possible way. Not only was the product contaminated with a toxic substance that can cause blindness and death, but it also did not contain enough ethyl alcohol to effectively kill the germs it claimed to eliminate. The CDC recommends hand sanitizers contain at least 60% alcohol to be effective against viruses and bacteria. Some Harmonic Nature batches tested well below that critical threshold, some as low as 40%. So what were you actually getting when you pumped this product onto your hands? You were getting a substance that could not protect you from viruses and bacteria despite all its claims, while simultaneously exposing you to a poison that was actively harming your body. It is genuinely the worst of both worlds. False protection combined with real danger. Seniors who relied on this product during flu season or while visiting grandchildren in their homes were getting false confidence with every application. They genuinely thought they were protected from germs. They believed they were doing the right thing for their health and their families. They were not. And every time they touched their face to adjust glasses, rubbed their eyes when tired, or ate a snack after using it, they risked transferring both germs and toxins directly into their bodies. The packaging showed peaceful green leaves and soft natural colors, designed to evoke trust and wellness. The reality was a chemical cocktail that failed every basic safety standard the FDA uses to protect consumers. Harmonic Nature promised wellness and natural purity, They delivered a product so dangerous that the FDA explicitly told consumers to throw it away immediately and wash their hands thoroughly after any contact. Why do you think companies get away with names like Harmonic Nature when their products are anything but natural or harmonious? Makes you wonder who is really protecting consumers from deceptive marketing. Number 5. Hello Kitty Hand Sanitizer by Sanrio. This one might genuinely surprise you. Hello Kitty is not just for children. Many seniors today grew up with this beloved character appearing in their lives decades ago, or they buy these products as gifts for grandchildren. The cute pink packaging featuring that familiar cat face and the nostalgic branding suggested safety and playful innocence. But the FDA found something far less innocent hiding inside those adorable bottles. Multiple batches of Hello Kitty branded hand sanitizer were recalled from stores nationwide after laboratory testing confirmed they were positive for both benzene and methanol contamination. That adorable cartoon cat face was literally hiding chemicals directly linked to cancer and permanent nervous system damage. The very product meant to protect children and families was actually poisoning them. Now consider this realistic scenario that played out in thousands of American homes. A loving grandmother buys Hello Kitty sanitizer because it seems fun, trustworthy, and safe for her grandchildren. She uses it herself before handling food at a family gathering, rubbing it thoroughly between her fingers. She squeezes a generous amount onto her grandchild's small hands before snack time, making sure they are protected. Unknown to her, she is exposing both herself and her precious family to toxic chemicals with every single application. The betrayal of trust could not be more complete. For seniors, the stakes are even higher than for younger adults. Age-related changes in liver function mean your body processes toxins more slowly and less efficiently. Reduced kidney function means those toxins linger longer in your bloodstream before being eliminated. What might pass through a younger person's system relatively quickly can accumulate and concentrate in an older adult's body over time. Benzene, in particular, has been shown to directly affect bone marrow, where your blood cells are produced and where cancers like leukemia originate. The product promised clean, germ-free hands with a touch of childhood nostalgia and family warmth. What it actually delivered was dangerous contamination wrapped in a beloved cartoon character that generations trusted. Trust is a powerful thing that takes years to build. And when brands exploit that hard-earned trust with dangerous products specifically marketed toward families with children and seniors, the betrayal cuts devastatingly deep. Information helps you stay safer at the store. Hit subscribe. It is completely free, and it means you will never miss these important exposés that could protect your health and your family. Do not go anywhere yet. The solution to finding actually safe sanitizers that you can trust comes at the very end of this video, and it could fundamentally change how you protect yourself and the people you love. Number 4. Blumen Hand Sanitizer. But you were also not getting the real germ protection you thought you were paying for. You were paying $1 for nothing but a false sense of security in a bottle, and while receiving zero actual benefit. The bottles looked completely identical to legitimately safe products on nearby shelves. The labels seemed perfectly legitimate with all the right claims and assurances. But behind that familiar, reassuring packaging was a product that the federal government explicitly said you should not use under any circumstances. When the very stores designed and marketed to help seniors save money end up unknowingly selling dangerous contaminated products, something is deeply and fundamentally broken in our consumer protection system. Do you think the government actually protects everyday consumers, or does it primarily protect the corporations that sell products to them? Leave your honest thoughts in the comments below. Number 2. 4E Global Sani Smart Hand Sanitizer. Now at number 2, 4E Global Sani Smart Hand Sanitizer. This brand specifically marketed itself as a smart choice for educated consumers. The name itself directly implies intelligence and careful consideration, like you are making a particularly savvy and informed decision by choosing it over competitors. Seniors who research their purchases carefully, who read ingredient labels and compare options thoughtfully, were drawn to the appealing idea of a genuinely smart sanitizer designed for discerning buyers. But true intelligence requires complete honesty, and Sani Smart was anything but honest with its customers. The FDA flagged Sani Smart for dangerous methanol contamination and issued urgent warnings for all consumers to stop use immediately and dispose of any remaining product. But here is the deeply troubling and infuriating part of this story. Even after FDA warnings were officially issued and published online, some of these contaminated products remained on store shelves for weeks or even months. Retailers were slow to pull them. Seniors who did not happen to see the news coverage or think to check FDA alert databases continued buying and using a product that the federal government had already declared dangerous for human use. Independent laboratory tests revealed methanol levels in SANI, smart products that exceeded safe exposure limits by truly significant margins. This is not a gray area open to interpretation. This is not a minor concern that can be dismissed or minimized. This is a clear and present danger to anyone using the product, but especially to seniors whose bodies naturally process and eliminate chemicals less efficiently with each passing year. Users in online reviews described Sani Smart as having an unusually strong alcohol smell, so overpowering and harsh that it burned their nostrils and made their eyes water. Some reported feeling dizzy and disoriented after applying it in enclosed spaces like car interiors or small bathrooms. Others noticed that their hands felt uncomfortably raw and irritated even hours after the product had supposedly dried completely. The gel left a burning sensation that took hours to fade. For seniors taking blood thinners like warfarin, immunosuppressants after organ transplants, or medications that are primarily processed through the liver like many statins and pain relievers, adding unexpected methanol exposure to the mix creates unpredictable and potentially dangerous chemical interactions. Your doctor prescribed your medications with specific dosages after careful consideration of your individual health situation. No medical professional anywhere factored in that your daily hand sanitizer would be secretly introducing industrial poison into the delicate equation of your health. Sani Smart promised a smart choice for intelligent consumers. What they actually delivered was a dangerous deception that put trusting seniors at serious and unnecessary risk every single day they used the product. Number 1. Purell Advanced Hand Sanitizer. And finally, at number 1, Purell Advanced Hand Sanitizer. Wait a moment. Purell, the most trusted name in hand sanitizers that has been around for decades, the brand that hospitals actually use in their hallways and patient rooms, the one you have probably kept faithfully in your purse, pocket, or car console for years? Yes, even Purell absolutely needs to be discussed here, and the reasons might genuinely shock you. First, let me be completely clear about something important. Purell has not been flagged for methanol contamination like the other brands on this list. Their manufacturing standards are generally higher than discount competitors, and they have not appeared on FDA Do Not Use lists for toxic contamination. That is the good news. But that does not mean Purell is without serious concerns that seniors specifically need to understand before continuing to use it. The biggest issue is what Purell has publicly claimed about their products and what they were subsequently forced to retract under regulatory pressure. In early 2020, right when the pandemic was creating mass panic, the FDA sent Purell parent company GOJO Industries an official warning letter for making unsubstantiated health claims about preventing specific diseases like the flu, Ebola virus, and other serious illnesses. The company had been marketing their products as if hand sanitizer alone could prevent diseases that actually require vaccines, proper medical care, and comprehensive infection control measures. For seniors, this deceptive marketing matters enormously for their actual health outcomes. If you genuinely believed Purell was protecting you from the flu, as their advertising implied, you might have skipped getting your annual flu vaccination. Coming in at number 4, Blumen Hand Sanitizer. Blumen was absolutely everywhere during the desperate sanitizer shortage of early 2020. You could find it at dollar stores, discount retailers, gas station, convenience stores, and roadside stands across America. The price was right for struggling families, and the bottles were readily available when trusted brands were completely sold out everywhere. Seniors stocked up in bulk, filling medicine cabinets, kitchen counters, car glove compartments, and purses with these bottles. But availability does not equal safety. Cheap does not mean harmless. The FDA placed over 75 different Blumen products on the official Do Not Use list. 75 separate products from a single manufacturer. That is not a typo or an exaggeration. The brand became one of the most flagged sanitizer manufacturers during comprehensive FDA testing of imported products. Methanol contamination was detected across multiple product lines, multiple lot numbers, multiple formulations, and multiple bottle sizes. The problem was everywhere in their supply chain. What does this pattern tell you about the company? It tells you the contamination was not an isolated incident caused by one bad batch or a single manufacturing error. It was systemic and pervasive. The manufacturing processes themselves were fundamentally compromised from raw materials to finished product. Quality control was either non-existent or deliberately ignored. Every time you grabbed a Blumen bottle off the shelf, you were rolling dice with your health and the health of your entire family. Seniors reported alarming and disturbing reactions after using Blumen products. Hands that cracked and bled after just days of repeated use. A chemical smell so overpowering and harsh, it triggered splitting headaches that lasted for hours. Some users described the gel as having a strange, almost oily texture that did not evaporate like normal sanitizer should. It left a sticky residue that felt wrong against the skin and attracted dirt and debris. For those managing diabetes with its associated circulation problems, cracked and bleeding skin on the hands is not just uncomfortable, it is genuinely dangerous. Those cracks create direct entry points for bacterial infection. The very product that was supposed to prevent illness was actively creating vulnerabilities that invited bacterial invasion into compromised tissue. Diabetic wounds heal slowly and can quickly become serious medical emergencies requiring hospitalization. Blumen promised affordable protection for every American family during a crisis. What they delivered was a contamination crisis so widespread and systemic that the FDA had to issue dozens of separate warnings over many months. When a brand has 75 different products flagged by federal regulators, it is not bad luck or unfortunate circumstances. It is negligence. It is a company that valued profit margins over human lives. Have you ever bought hand sanitizer from a dollar store or discount retailer during the pandemic? Drop a comment below and tell us which brand you purchased. You might be helping someone else avoid a dangerous product that is still sitting in medicine cabinets across America. Number 3. Assured Instant Hand Sanitizer from Dollar Tree. At number 3, Assured Instant Hand Sanitizer from Dollar Tree. The dollar store has been a genuine lifeline for seniors living on fixed incomes in communities across America. You can stretch a limited Social Security check further when everyday essentials like paper towels, cleaning supplies, and personal care items cost just $1. During the terrifying early months of the pandemic, Assured Instant Hand Sanitizer seemed like a smart, economical choice for budget-conscious shoppers. The familiar green bottle promised germ protection. The price promised significant savings, but the FDA promised something entirely different. A serious warning. Assured products manufactured by certain overseas suppliers were placed on the FDA official "Do Not Use" list after testing confirmed dangerous methanol contamination. The betrayal here is particularly painful and personal because Dollar Tree has successfully marketed itself for decades as a trusted retailer for budget-conscious families and seniors on fixed incomes. You walked into that familiar store expecting safe, affordable products that met basic American safety standards. What you may have received instead was a toxic gamble disguised as a bargain. Methanol poisoning symptoms can mimic other common senior health issues in disturbing ways. Fatigue that will not lift no matter how much you rest. Confusion and difficulty concentrating that gets blamed on aging. Persistent nausea after meals. Blurred vision that seems like worsening eyesight. If you are already managing multiple chronic health conditions and taking several medications, how would you possibly know the difference between a normal medication side effect and methanol exposure from your hand sanitizer? You probably would not. And that delay in recognition allows the damage to progress silently until it becomes severe. Some Assured batches also failed to meet the 60% alcohol threshold required by the CDC for actual germ-killing effectiveness. So not only were you potentially absorbing dangerous toxins through your skin every time you use the product, you might have foregone other important precautions like avoiding crowded indoor spaces during flu season. If you truly thought hand sanitizer alone was enough to keep you safe from serious respiratory infections, you may have unknowingly put yourself at significant risk while feeling falsely protected. False confidence is genuinely dangerous, especially during infectious disease outbreaks when proper precautions could save your life. Beyond the serious marketing and claim issues, there are also real formulation concerns with Purell products that matter for seniors specifically. Purell Advanced contains ingredients that can cause significant skin drying with repeated daily use. For seniors whose skin is already naturally thinner and more fragile due to age-related collagen loss, this drying effect can lead to painful cracking, persistent irritation, and even open wounds on the hands that will not heal properly. Every crack in your skin is a potential direct entry point for the very bacterial infections you are trying to prevent. Additionally, some Purell products contain added fragrances and chemical additives that can trigger allergic reactions or skin sensitivities in people who never had problems before. Seniors managing chronic skin conditions like eczema or psoriasis, or those experiencing medication-induced skin sensitivity from drugs like blood thinners or steroids, may find their symptoms worsening noticeably with regular Purell use. The very product meant to help can make underlying conditions significantly worse. The brand promised clinical-grade protection and hospital-level trust for decades, but between their misleading health claims that the FDA forced them to stop making and formulations that can genuinely damage aging skin with daily use, Purell is not the perfect product its carefully cultivated reputation suggests. Real trust should be earned through complete transparency and honest claims, not through massive marketing budgets and deceptive advertising. Safe. Pick one. Germ-X Original Hand Sanitizer. Now for the moment you have been patiently waiting for throughout this entire video. The first actually safe option is Germ-X Original Hand Sanitizer. Here is exactly why this brand genuinely deserves your trust and your dollars. Germ-X has been manufactured right here in the United States for over 25 years, with consistent, verified quality control standards at every step of production. The company has never once appeared on any FDA, do not use lists, or faced methanol contamination recalls of any kind. Their formulation uses ethyl alcohol at concentrations that fully meet CDC recommendations for effective germ-killing power. When independent labs test Germ-X products, they consistently find exactly what the label claims, nothing more and nothing less. What makes Germ-X particularly suitable for seniors is its relatively gentle formula compared to many competitors. While no alcohol-based sanitizer is completely non-drying by its very nature, Germ-X includes moisturizing agents like vitamin E and aloe that help offset some of the drying effects that are so problematic for aging skin. Users consistently report experiencing less cracking and irritation compared to other mainstream brands, even with frequent daily use. The product has a mild, genuinely clean scent that does not trigger headaches or nausea. This is particularly important for seniors who may be sensitive to strong artificial fragrances or who are already dealing with medication side effects that include smell sensitivity. The gel consistency spreads smoothly and evenly across hands and dries quickly without leaving that unpleasant, sticky residue that makes you want to wash it off immediately. Germ-X is widely available at major retailers including Walmart, Target, CVS, and Walgreens, making it easily accessible without requiring special orders from specialty stores or paying premium online pricing with expensive shipping. For seniors on fixed incomes who need to stretch every dollar, finding a product that offers genuine affordability without sacrificing safety is absolutely essential. Germ-X delivers both. Independent laboratory testing has consistently verified over many years that Germ-X products contain exactly what the label claims. No hidden chemicals lurking in the formula, no substandard alcohol content that fails to kill germs, no toxic surprises waiting to damage your health. What you see printed on that label is genuinely what you get in the bottle, and what you get actually works to protect you. Safe Pick 2. Dr. Bronner's Organic Hand Sanitizer. The second safe recommendation is Dr. Bronner's Organic Hand Sanitizer. This option is absolutely ideal for seniors who specifically prefer organic, transparently sourced products and who are willing to pay slightly more for that peace of mind. Dr. Bronner's has built a sterling reputation over many decades for complete ingredient honesty and ethical sourcing practices. Their hand sanitizer is USDA certified organic, meaning every single ingredient has been independently verified for purity and responsible sourcing. There are no synthetic fragrances created in laboratories. No hidden chemicals with names you cannot pronounce. No questionable additives designed to cut costs. Just simple, clean ingredients you can actually trust. The sanitizer uses organic ethyl alcohol derived entirely from organic sugarcane, meeting the 62% alcohol threshold recommended by health authorities for effective germ killing. It also includes organic glycerin to help protect and actively moisturize skin with each application. This is genuinely crucial for seniors dealing with age-related skin fragility who cannot afford additional damage from the products they use daily. What truly sets Dr. Bronner's apart from competitors is their unwavering commitment to third-party independent testing and completely transparent labeling practices. Every single ingredient is listed clearly on the bottle in plain language anyone can understand. The company regularly publishes their safety testing results for public review. For seniors who have learned through bitter experience not to trust vague marketing claims and pretty packaging, this level of radical transparency is genuinely refreshing and reassuring. The scent options available use organic essential oils like calming lavender and invigorating peppermint rather than synthetic laboratory-created fragrances. These natural scents derived from real plants are significantly less likely to trigger allergic sensitivities or interact problematically with medications that cause smell or taste changes as side effects. Many seniors report actually enjoying the subtle, pleasant scent rather than merely tolerating it. Dr. Bronner's products are available at health food stores, Whole Foods market locations, and various online retailers. While the product does cost slightly more than budget discount options you might find at dollar stores, the peace of mind is genuinely worth every extra penny. When you have seen how many cheap sanitizers turned out to be dangerously toxic and contaminated, investing a few extra dollars in verified safety and transparent sourcing just makes obvious sense for protecting yourself and the people you love. You trusted hand sanitizer to protect your health during one of the most frightening times in modern memory. Now, you know that trust was systematically betrayed by brand after brand that consistently put profits over people. From cancer-causing benzene to nervous system-destroying methanol to products that simply did not work at all, the hand sanitizer industry has failed consumers in ways that are genuinely unforgivable. Do not let hidden dangers catch you off guard ever again. Subscribe now, and if you are watching on TV, tap your remote so you never get blindsided again by products that promise protection but deliver poison.